Pooh! Hey everyone, what's going on? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another little video for you guys. Oh shit. Transfer rundown, transfer roundup, and the day's latest Manchester United news in this video today, guys. That's what we're going to be getting into. Do us a favour at the start of the show. Smash the shit out of the like button. Give it a big thumbs up. Share it around on social media as well if you want to do that. And get yourself in there. We're all my friends in the live chat as well to say hello. Who have we got in here? Gabe Moore, what's going on, broski? Old Dirty Benjo's in the house. The Vootinator, great to see you, my son. Gordon Martins, Felixy, Unk Squid, Mark Harris, Papa Stores, Jay Linners is in here too. And everybody else as well, thank you very much for getting in here. Swedish Chelsea fan, get out. Anyway, but yeah, thank you for joining us. Do us a favour at the start of the show. Drop a thumbs up on this video. Give it a cheeky little like spike. And get yourself involved as we go throughout the show. We will be doing a Q&A at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around for that as well. But I'm feeling absolutely filth today, guys. I'm still really unwell. I'm congested, got a serious case of the Spanish flu. So, not too good, folks, not too good at all. But we're here to discuss the news anyway. Forgive me if we have to sort of like get rid of some sputum halfway through the stream or something. But you know, that's hey, look. It's part of the party, my friends. But let's get into it. So Manchester United, what are we doing? I'll tell you what we're doing. We're acting like a bunch of panic-buying fannies. That's what we're doing. Being linked to players like Marco Arnautovic, 33-year-old fucking dead player. And then you've also got another one, and Adrian Rabiot is now being linked to Manchester United. Not so aging. He's only 27. But still, it's like, is this panic buy United right now? I think it is. I think we're looking at some of these players around going, crikey, we might not get De Jong, we might not do this, we might not do that. Let's just go and spend a cheap amount of money and cop out and sign some sort of an option. That's really what it is. I mean, I think what United should be doing is signing other players. I just think the ambition that Man United should have should be to go and get players who are maybe, a little bit more high ambitions, such as Ruben Neves would be a decent signing for us, wouldn't he? If we can't get De Jong, or even if we can get De Jong, if there was money there, if there was ambition there from the club, it's what we should perhaps be doing. Or maybe Yuri Tielemans would be a good player. But anyway, we're linked with Adrian Rabiot, guys. And this guy's not a bad player at all, in all fairness, folks. For anybody saying that he's a shit player or anything, he's not a shit player. He's a good player. He's in a decent age of his career. He's had a decent sort of a season. He's a decent sort of a player. He's good. Is that good enough, though? I'll tell you something, though. He can't be any worse than shotty McBominey, can he? Come on, guys. I mean, Scotty McTominay is an absolute abomination to football and perhaps mankind. So we've got to say that, it would be a step up from him. And he is an option who's cheap and available right now. So, look, if we can get this player in here, I think our midfield's very poor indeed. We need some decent players. He's a decent player. Then, look, for the right amount of money, I think it's a decent signing right now, honestly do, even though it is somewhat of a panic buy, just because we've got Shotty McTominay and Fred in the middle of the park, folks. Is that good enough? And there's no guarantees that we're going to get De Jong before the end of the transfer window, so we do have to start looking at other options for other midfielders. Yeah, exactly, James T. Wolves won't let Neves go. They certainly won't let him go for anything less than a sizable amount of money. Whereas with Rabiot, he's only got a year left on his deal. Juve would be interested in receiving reported 15 million for him. So that's not bad at all, is it really? Exactly. The KKS says Rabiot is better than McTominay, that's for sure. There you go. Scott Berg says Rabiot runs about, nice passer, passion. There you go. So I think he is a good player, guys. And look, to go with a new look midfield, if we could get Frankie De Jong by the end of the transfer window, and then we've got Rabiot as well, and we've still got Shotty McTominay there, although he could be sold in my opinion. But let's just say we did still have him, and then Fred and Donny and these guys. I mean, okay, it's a lot more options for us. It would look a little bit better going into the season. So, yeah, definitely I'm all for it, folks, to bring in Adrian Rabiot, even though it is a bit of a panic buy, but it's a panic buy for a good reason, because we haven't got any fucking players, guys. And we haven't spent the money on De Jong yet, because we haven't actually been able to get the deal over the line. We've got a lot on De Jong, which we'll get into in a moment, but we'll just cover the sort of Rabiot stuff first. So let's just tell you what has actually been going on. So David Ornstein reported that Man United are working on a deal to sign Adrian Rabiot from Juventus. MUFC must decide if they proceed irrespective of ongoing De Jong pursuit or await outcome on that before deciding. I mean, I really don't think that. I think we've got to go and get Adrian Rabiot or somebody. And then if we can get De Jong by the end of the transfer window, great. It's like then we've got our actual marquee midfield signing. This guy is just an extra. He's an extra who's there as a backup option, and it's an okay backup option. It's not a great backup option, but it's a decent backup option. He's 27, he's a decent option. But the thing is, it shouldn't be a case of either or. No, absolutely not. It should be a case of we're getting this guy just in case it shits the bed with Frankie. But then when we do get Frankie, well, we've got a decent couple of midfielders all of a sudden. So then the midfield will be looking a lot more suitable to maybe do what we're asking of it this season, because I certainly think the combination of McFred is proven guff, and I just hope that Ten Hag realises now that he did make some big mistakes in that team selection with the likes of McFred in the midfield, and that game was really lost in the midfield, if you ask me. Yeah, okay, the defence was shite, Slabo's made the first goal, and it was poor, but the midfield did lose that battle consistently over the course of the game there again. And it's proven time and time again, really. So I just don't have any faith in those players. I hope that Ten Hag's faith in those players has gone down a little bit as well, because particularly in McTominay, I mean, Fred's got a role in the squad, in my opinion. But McTominay in particular, he is not Manchester United standard, is he? Let's have a vote in the live chat, guys. McTominay in as a squad player or McTominay out? Just get him out of the club. What you reckon, folks? Griffo, Chaz, you legend, what's going on? He says, it's not like buying the self-raising flour, De Jong, and buying plain flour, Rabiot. Your cake will still bake, but it won't rise as it should. But it's still better than no rise at all. Griffo Chaz getting full Delia Smith in the live chat. Love it, bud. That's awesome, mate. Yeah, it's quite a good analogy, actually, dude. So, mate, basically what we're saying at the moment, yeah, it's better than if it doesn't rise at all. So we're baking some sort of flatbread at the moment with Shotty McTominay with no yeast in it whatsoever. That's pretty much what's going on, isn't it, Griffo? I agree. So we need some proper self-raising, my friend. Anyway, if he's better than McTominay, though, if you go through their stats, they're similar, says Gary Finnegan. He's got to be better than McTominay, my son. He's definitely better than McTominay as well. Also, I've got his statistics here and stuff. I mean, okay, so he's won some things in his career as well. 6 times French champions with PSG and stuff. Italian champions once. Winner of the UEFA Nations League. 4 times French Cup winner. Italian Cup winner. He's won a bunch of things, guys. He's been capped 29 times for France as well, which in a generation where there's a lot of talented players there, he's obviously good enough. He's good enough to get into that setup for a reasonable amount of time, isn't he? That's quite a trophy haul he's got there. It's only in the French league and the Italian league, but he did win the UEFA Nations League with France as well, 2021. 4 times French Cups winners with PSG, 6 times French champions with PSG in a successful spell. I mean, look, this is good development. this is good development and the right mentality and winning and a bit of passion, a bit of hunger and a bit of competitiveness. That's what we're looking for. I mean, look, Scott McTominay hasn't really got those sort of credentials. He's got some trophies, of course, being at United, but in terms of like this guy having a good track record so far, and him only be 27 should be, for a midfielder, it should be his absolute peak. He should be at the peak of his powers from 27 to 32. This should be the best years for him, hopefully. So in some ways, if you could get a player who's coming to the best years of his career, just as a squad player, as an option, as a good player that can come in and replace McTominay, essentially, then it would be a good signing, I think, folks. Yeah, I do honestly think it would be good. I mean, let's ask the live chat then, because let's just see what you guys are saying. Guys, Adrian Rabiot, yes or no? Yes or no? Let me know in the live chat. Do you say yes? The reports are £15 million is around about the amount of money that it would take to get this guy in, and that could already be agreed. There are some reports that suggest that, which we'll get into in a moment. But what do you think? Yes, says Marco. No, says Mark Harris. Yes, says Chris Chatfield. No, says Uncaged Squid. No, says Griffo Chance. Yes, says Kent Nyquist. No, says Al Joy. Yes, says Wellesley Official. Mess, says Chris Parker. He's signed, done deal, says Sativa. Rabbi, no, says LB. Hell no, says Ember Glance. Mikato says all day. No, says Ali Chico. Agrippa says yes with De Jong. And no alone says, well, yeah, there you go, Agrippa Chinhara. No alone. I think that's a key thing you've just said there. If this is a guy who's coming in instead of Frankie de Jong, what an absolute joke that is. But as well as Frankie de Jong, yeah, we definitely take him around the midfield, I think. Yes, says Demooch Baby and Wellesley. Brandon says yes, just to get rid of McTominay and Fred as the midfield too. Good call, good call. Yes, says Mark Nurse. Drew says anything is an upgrade on McTominay wank. Rushy says no, must get Frankie de Jong, Eric Ten Hag's first choice. Yeah, well, I mean, I must say I'd only really be interested in bringing this guy in if we do get Frankie de Jong. If this guy's going to be an alternative to Frankie de Jong, we're having an absolute mare, aren't we? Yeah, I agree. Got to give him who he wants. Go and get Frankie de Jong, get the deal done. Look, we're relying on Barcelona there, and there is big problems there, so we'll cover that in a moment. But we are definitely relying on Barcelona to do that deal with Frankie and get them settled up and everything, and that's causing issues for us. There's no guarantees we'll get Frankie de Jong, so we've got to go for somebody else. I kind of agree that we don't want this guy instead of Frankie de Jong. I definitely do agree with that. But I think in addition to Frankie de Jong, this would be a good signing. He's only 15 mil. We did have the likes of Pogba and Matic and Mata and lots of players go out in the summer. So there's money available for wages. There's positions available in the team. Like, we could sign Rabiot, and if we cannot get de Jong, then maybe we go and get somebody else who's a big marquee signing to replace de Jong before the end of the window, and then we've ended up getting, I don't know, Ruben Neves and Rabiot or something like that. I mean, you know, if we can't get de Jong, we have to still go and get a big marquee midfielder who can really improve us, because Rabiot on his own, it's a good addition, but it's not going to be a game changer for us, I don't think. But he is a better player than a lot of the players we've got in the midfield right now. So why the hell not? His mum is his agent. I know, Scott Berg, yeah, so that could maybe hold things up. His mum's his agent, and she's going to be a stern customer to deal with, I think. But there you go. Guys, we've got 200 legends watching. We've got 69 dudes likes on the stream. That's awesome. But let's see if we can get 100 likes on the stream, guys. Let's have a little Bacon Brigade. Like, spike, smash a thumbs up if you're just getting in here. Leave a cheeky little like on the video. It's free. And get yourself in there raw, my friends, by subscribing and chatting in the live chat with the legends. Wolves won't let Neves go for any money, says James T. Oh, come on now. If you put a fat, juicy offer of 70 million in, of course they would. But in all fairness, it would have to be quite a significant offer because they don't want to let him go for peanuts. So I don't think Man United would pay 70 million for the guy anyway. So maybe you're right. Maybe it's just not any value in that sort of a deal. But if we can't get de Jong, you've got to look at alternatives. So Rashford says, slap your silly. Well, he has been looking pretty gash at the moment. He needs a bit of a chance, so it's only one competitive game. The teams performed poorly yesterday. But yeah, he was absolutely atrocious, wasn't he, mate? I mean, when are we going to start seeing Marcus Rashford start developing again, or even get back to what he was before his little surgery or his back injury thing that happened? Because he was decent before then, but it all just seemed to just completely fall off. The guy's melted, in all fairness, and he looks rubbish at the moment. So yeah, I mean, I'd say Garnacho next game starts. It makes a lot more sense. Right, let's also look at this. So David Ornstein says, Man United would also need to agree personal terms with Adrien Rabiot, who is thought to be high among a number of candidates. So it's not necessarily just him we're looking at. We're also looking at a few different options as well. And look, Fabrizio Romano, just reiterating what David Ornstein said, United are working on Adrien Rabiot deal. Called today by David Ornstein. Talks ongoing, but still no agreement on player side with his mother Veronique involved. The agreement with Juventus is not an issue, as they're open to selling Rabiot. So essentially there is an understanding that there's a fee already that's been agreed, essentially, which is 15 million. So Manchester Evening News reporting just about an hour ago that United have agreed a fee for Adrien Rabiot, but faced the task of negotiating with his mother. Manchester United have agreed a fee in principle for Juventus midfielder Adrien Rabiot for £15 million, rising to 20 million, but have to negotiate personal terms with the player's agent, his mother. Sources say Rabiot's mother Veronique is the only stumbling block, as United have to agree satisfactory personal terms. So, yeah, they're reporting that there's an agreement in place between United and that Juventus are keen to sell for 15 mil, and it's not an issue, and it can rise to 20 mil. I actually think it represents pretty decent value. He did enter the last year of his contract, so therefore Juventus are looking to sell him. They also, got some players in, such as Pogba, Zakaria, Locatelli, and people like this. So maybe he is surplus there. I mean, do we want Juventus cast-offs? There's a reason they don't want him. That's what we've got to think about this, folks. Like I said, I do want him only if we get de Jong, because I think he's better than McTominay. But it's not like this guy could be a real game changer. They would be trying to bend over and keep him if he was really that awesome for them. So I think that's just a reality, guys. He is a good squad player for us. But again, I don't think he's anything much more than that right now. However, he started 28 times for Juventus last season, and he lined up in 6 of their 8 Champions League matches. But he only joined the club after Massimiliano Allegri resigned as coach in 2019. So the possibility of joining a Premier League club has always appealed to Rabiot, apparently. And United have been tracking him since Louis van Gaal was manager. This is what's reported on Manchester Evening News. So there you go. We've monitored him for a while. He's He's available. We've got to deal with his mum as his agent, and apparently she's a bit of a... I mean, this is what it says on Manchester Evening News, not my words. It says, Rabiot has gained a reputation as something of a battle axe. Battle axe in France, having once confronted Paris Saint-Germain coach Laurent Blanc in a car park. That's fucking awesome, mate. That is some loaded journalism right there, mate. Calling Rabiot's mum a battle axe. Imagine reading that, son. Anyway, that's funny. Yeah, she's a bit of a Karen, says Chris Parker. So a little bit difficult to deal with. Maybe she's going to be, demanding, bit of a diva, perhaps. Yeah, good comment there, Em. Says Slabio, Drabio, and McPleb. Christ alive. Yeah, it is a bit of an issue, isn't it, mate? If we can't get some extra quality players in, if Frankie de Jong's not available, if we don't end up getting him, then we're in some serious shit, aren't we? Only 4 likes off of 100 likes, guys. Who's going to be that 100th liker? Drop a thumbs up on it if you haven't done so. Okay, so on to the next piece of information we've got. Yeah, like I said, Rabiot has been a player of interest to United since way back, since in 2014. And they looked at him briefly again in 2019. Plenty of baggage, but a cracking player on his day. Circumstances of approach, not great, and deal still far from done. It's a panic buy, guys. It's a panic buy just in case we can't get Frankie de Jong. And if we can't get Frankie de Jong, we're going to have to go get somebody else. This guy, I don't think, is instead of Frankie de Jong. I think this guy's just in addition to Frankie de Jong, probably to replace Scotty McTominay, because I think if you look at his pre-season and you look at the game of the opening day, if I'm Ten Hag and I'm analysing him in the last season that he's had, I'm thinking he's not up to it, and I'm thinking he's not good enough. And I'm probably trying to sell him as well. But if we can't sell him, then he's just going to have to be a backup for us. But we need proper players to come in and do deputy roles, to do squad rotation roles. This guy's just going to be a squad rotation player, but he could be a decent squad rotation player for us, hopefully better than the likes of Shotty McBummany. Marko Arnautovic, what a signing, and another one, Diamond 94. There you go, that's it. So Arnautovic is another panic buy option at the moment as well. We don't know if Ronaldo's going or staying. It's a sort of similar situation in a way. We don't know if De Jong's coming. We don't know if Ronaldo's staying or going. So there's a little bit of up in the air, and Arnautovic is being linked to us. I mean, it's another one. If you could get Arnautovic as well as Cristiano Ronaldo staying, then I sort of understand it just to add an extra body up there. But if you're thinking about getting this guy, just in case Ronaldo leaves and he's now going to be the main striker or the main centre forward, it's just absolutely ridiculous. So it really does depend on what's going on. But I don't really want Arnautovic at the football club. I guess we'd take him if he's available for dirt cheap, which apparently he is. And he wants to come. And that's if we keep Ronaldo at the football club, just as an option to come in, because Martial's injury prone. We are lacking in a proper striker department. So... But still, he's bang average, mate. These are both bang average signings. I mean, look at this. Guys, just take a second to look at what's happened to this fucking football club, guys. Let's get our hashtag Glazers out in here for a second. So, all the other teams, they're signing top names. City have got Haaland in there. Liverpool got Darwin Núñez. They spent big money. They've done all this business early doors and got their guys and got these big names. And now they're adding to their already good teams that are better than our team. And now Manchester United are settling for Adrian Rabiot and Marko Arnautovic and gash merchants like this. And we signed Christian Eriksen on a free. It's just like, come on now. We are seriously shopping around in the bargain basement bin, aren't we? I mean, not even the bargain basement bin. I don't even know what this is. It's like one of those weird dirty rooms when you go into a video shop or something down in the basement, like just some weird boxes of real weird stuff down there. This is an absolute bloody horror show. So I personally think you've got to say this is a big sad indictment of what's going on at Manchester United with the Glazers as owners. Other clubs are signing big names and we're shopping around in the bargain bin, my friends, looking for Adrian Rabiot for 15 mil. Signing players like going to poach off Malacia from Lyon. That's a good signing, but still, just like, I'm just saying, like, it is a bargain signing. And then Eriksen on a free. And all these guys, they're all just not very ambitious signers whatsoever. They lack a lot of ambition. Poundland United. You said it, Big Red. You said it, mate. Poundland United. There you go. De Jong will end up at Chelsea, says Superstar. Wouldn't surprise me, bud. It just wouldn't surprise me at all. I mean, there's interest there. They're apparently keen on bringing him in. Manchester United have been fanning around. To be fair, it's on Barcelona to get the deal done. There's only so much United can do, but Chelsea, it leaves the door open for them. If they really want him, because they've got the Champions League football, it is possible, I suppose, that they could convince him, especially if they're prepared to pay him a little bit more money than what maybe we are. But anyway, so there is a fee in principle for agreed for Adrien Rabiot, guys. It's really not very inspiring, but it is a decent player. He's a good squad player that can come in and provide rotationary cover for us, and also hopefully be a lot better than Scott McTominay. You know, that's the idea here, really. I'm all for improvements, even if they're small improvements. Improvements are good. If you could sell McTominay and get this guy and it's not cost you anything, then that's an improvement in my opinion. Shotty McTominay's proven to be good at United. So this guy, Adrien Rabiot, yeah, don't really want him that much instead of Frank or anything like that. But as an option, as a squad player, I take him all day. Hey, Connor Franks, man. Thank you for being a member of this channel for 2 months. Let's get a hashtag 2 in the live chat there for Connor Franks. Thank you so much, dude. He says, appreciate all the work, Piggy. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Sorry I'm a little bit low energy today, guys. I'm just absolutely rough as arseholes. So I feel really ill. Thank you very much, though, Connor Franks, for being a member of this channel for 2 months. You're a don. Let's get a hashtag 2 months in there. Appreciate the support. Big Red says, but in Poundland, special buyers 8 million bargain bucket. Christy says, we're acting like a promotion team with these cash signings. Spend the money on quality. Rabiot is better than McFred all day, though. Yeah, that's true, Chrissy. I mean, that's it. He represents a decent improvement. Hi there, TJ Gaming. What's good? What's good? Tad Bake says Scott McTominay doesn't play football. He plays hide and seek. Yeah, essentially. Thank you, CJ Gaming, for subscribing to the channel, mate. I really appreciate you, dude. If you're new, do what CJ Gaming's done and hit that subscribe button. Drop a cheeky like on it. Give us a boost up on the YouTube algorithm. Help us compete with those clickbaiters and corporation channels by dropping a cheeky little thumbs up on it. You know it makes sense. So, yeah, still got to agree personal terms with this guy, but there's no issue with the amount of money that's being spent on him, and then Juventus are keen to sell him. His contract expires literally next summer, so they're looking to get a decent bit of cash. They've already bought in players like Paul Pogba, and that kind of thing. I read something the other day about Paul Pogba. You know, he's got this injury that maybe he's going to nurse it, essentially, so he can play in the World Cup rather than have surgery, which is what he actually needs. He's basically just going to manage it and try and, you know, rest it before the World Cup. Now, to me, that sort of makes me think he's just basically not going to play for Juventus hardly at all this season. What he'll probably do, he's gone there, he's signed a big contract. What he'll probably do, he's now got an injury, but he'll probably just like rehabilitate, try and be fit for the World Cup, I suppose, if they want to take him, right? And then do the World Cup, and then after the World Cup, just have his surgery, and he's out for the rest of the bloody season, pretty much. Wouldn't surprise me if he just gets a year of nothing out of over there at Juventus. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Anyway, Paul Pogba, good luck to him, and also do one. You know, but let's get on to Frankie de Jong now, folks. We've got a bit of information on Frankie, and it's quite interesting stuff. Jimmy Jones, thank you for the super chat there, Jimmy lad. He says, Man U fans, call Frank for help. Fair enough, Jimmy Jones. I mean, we are struggling at the moment. We do need a little bit of help, mate. This is very stressful times. Okay, so let's just talk about Frankie de Jong. It's annoying, isn't it? But listen to this, folks. David Ornstein, another report from David Ornstein this morning. David Ornstein doing bits this morning. He says Barcelona have told Frankie de Jong on July 15 they have evidence of criminality around contract given by the old board and cause for legal action versus all involved. FC Barcelona asked him to annul his deal and revert to previous terms. You fucking what, mate? Barcelona, the ultimate shithouses. Now they're saying that the old deal, that's not Frankie de Jong's fault, that the old deal that they gave him was a fucking gash deal for the club. That's not Frankie de Jong's fault, is it? Can you believe this shit? I mean, I can't believe this is just like the never-ending soap opera that gets even more ridiculous. I'm expecting some news about, I don't know, Frankie de Jong doing Xavi with an ashtray or something over the head in it soon. Because this is getting unbelievable. It's a serious soap opera now. And Barcelona apparently threatening to take Frankie de Jong essentially to court to try and, find out and go over the legitimacy of the contract with a fine-tooth comb to see any loopholes, any ways that they can get out of doing this deal. Because maybe there was some shithousery going on with the previous regime. Bartomeu was in charge, etc. Maybe there was a little bit of just complete lackadaisical contract negotiations going on with them. Like, yeah, fuck it, put that in it, whatever it may be. I mean, maybe it's the case, but Barcelona, it just seems like they're trying to put pressure on Frankie de Jong here to try and make him go for less money. They're like, oh, well, no, we haven't. There's a chance that you could be staying all this time. There's a chance that we could go for this big legal battle and that you will not get your money anyway. There's a chance, but I really don't think that's the case. I think Frankie de Jong signed a contract. He's owed us money from Barca, and they're just trying any old which way they can to worm their way out of this deal. It's absolutely disgusting. That's right, Philip Chapman. Barcelona are the scum of the earth, dude. Yeah. Dutch Christ says Juventus bench warmer Rabiot is a B-Tech Pogba. Tell me this is a BS someone, please. Says Dutch Christ. There you go. Arnautovic new bid apparently. Tad Bakes. Right, okay, fair play. We'll cover it in this vid then. But David Ornstein has said that, look, now that's the case. So Barcelona have told Frankie de Jong on July 15th they've evidence of criminality around contract given by the old board. Cause legal action versus all involved. Pretty unbelievable, isn't it? And Frankie de Jong, though, look at this. This is a report. This is another report that came out just before this show. Frankie de Jong preference is to stay at Barcelona. If he goes, no decision of the club. Man United's pursuing deals since agreeing fee. Yeah, we're pursuing a deal since we've agreed a fucking fee with them. Chelsea also pushing hard. Piss off, Chelsea. Do one, Chelsea. Indications are they'd pay fee plus salary debt if formalised interest. Fucking piss off, Chelsea. You know what I mean, guys? I mean, if they did that, they're the scum of the earth as well, aren't they? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, we've been linked with this guy all summer long. Can you just imagine how embarrassing it would be if Chelsea scummers just came in and swooped in and stole this guy out from under us and just cleared the debt? Maybe this is what Barcelona's plan was the whole time, folks. Agree a fee with Manchester United, put it out there, roughly what it's going to take. But if somebody wants to clear the debt that they owe to Frankie de Jong just to make it happen for them, hey, the door's open, my friends. We'll just keep United on just waiting on the line. Yeah. That sounds to me about pretty much accurate. Or maybe this is also a tactic to put pressure on Manchester United to pay this extra money to Frankie de Jong. They don't want to pay him 17 million. They don't want to pay him all the money that he's owed up until this point. And if he stays, he's on over half of such. I've seen some reports, some totals with add-ons and things like this of €500,000 a week and crazy numbers like this. So he's definitely one of the highest paid players at Barcelona. Plus, Barcelona just cannot register players, guys. Look at this. Rob Draper reporting that on de Jong, we are coming into a crunch week. Barca kick off their season next weekend, and they literally cannot register star players like Lewandowski without money, without getting rid of players. They need a sale, but want de Jong to give up some salary entitlements. In my opinion, they will blink and sell. So, I mean, crikey, they really do need to get some business done with some outgoings. Surely they want to sell de Jong. It's just that obviously for them, if they can get an extra 17 million out of the deal to pay off Frankie, they don't care who he goes to. They don't care if they've agreed a deal with Manchester United all summer long. If Chelsea come in and are prepared to pay more money to get the deal done, then I'm sure they want to deal with Chelsea. That's just the way it is, guys. They are shithouses and they're just looking at this is all putting pressure on United to try and get extra money out of us or to put it out there for other clubs to say, yes, the door is open. If you want Frankie de Jong, this is what you've got to pay for him. Barca will activate the fourth lever, says Pepsi Gardenia, right? Yes, we've heard this. But the thing is, Pepsi Gardenia, that the fourth lever, what's the fourth lever? Is that to the extra dimension or something? What a load of bullshit. I mean, they've got a salary cap in La Liga, dude. So it doesn't matter if they've got to get rid of players in order to get them off the books. Otherwise, it's a struggle for them to actually register some of their new signings to the start of the season. That's the big problem that they've got. So even if they had £1 bajillion in the bank, they've got a bit of an issue with at the moment with what they've got on the salary cap. Barca are fucked, as that explains. I mean, I've never known a club deal in transfers as crazily as Barca. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. They've had an ambitious window with signing new players, and they signed a lot of really good new players on big money. However, they've done that while they've still got other players that they haven't got rid of yet, and they're actually banking on getting rid of those players, and some of them claim that they're not even want away. So they're doing things backwards, guys. They should be selling their players right at the start of the window and then signing their players once they've got a good idea of who's actually available to register. So right now, Barcelona are having an absolute stinker. I think it's all designed just to try and squeeze extra money out of Manchester United to get the deal done quicker. Or if not, then to get more money from a different club who's coming in. Judging by how United are panicking, says Tadbakes, I'm going to assume that Ten Hag will not make it past 2 years, and then comes in Poch. Don't even talk to me about Poch. But no, we can't have that attitude right now, to be fair, Tad. Lad, we've got to stay slightly positive with the sense that hopefully we can now have a decent transfer window. We do have to get De Jong in. We do have to get other players in. I think we saw the team yesterday really struggle, and a lot of the issues in the team are glaring, and they've been highlighted. And I think Ten Hag really does need backing by the board now, and if they want to appease us as fans, they've got to have a big window now. We've got to try and make strides, because look, Rabiot and Arnautovic and these players, they're not good enough, folks. We do need to get De Jongs in, and Dumfries in, and players like this, and Anthony's in, and these sorts of players. That's where we need to see a bit of ambition. I don't see it happening because our board's a bunch of gash merchants. But we might sell a few players as well. There's still a chance that one or two of our players might be gone, like Wan-Bissaka or possibly McTominay or whoever. There's a chance somebody might be sold somewhere. So we might be able to sign a couple more good players and improve the squad. We need to, guys. The team's absolutely poodoo magoo. There's no doubt about it. I mean, it's led by a it's led by a Captain Gasho. It's also got a really terrible McDonald's sandwich in midfield. It's just terrible, guys. It's an awful spine of the team. So as long as we do improve those areas before the end of the window, I think we'll be fine. If we got Rabiot and De Jong in the midfield, I'd feel a lot better about our midfield. If we got a new right back in, I'd feel a lot better about our right back and just generally our team. Defensively and from the midfield is a very important place for us that we need to strengthen. Hey Susan, Lively Susan says Eric will get it sorted. I bet they got a dressing down yesterday after the game. Great call, Susan. Oh, I bet they did actually. Yeah, I bet he's gone in there and slapped a few folks. No, I doubt it, but that's what he would have wanted to do anyway, because they did perform very poorly for a lot of that game, and it was completely unacceptable. Chrissy says it was clear last season this team wasn't good enough, so why think it would be different this season, says Chrissy J. Precisely, yeah, definition of insanity, isn't it? Sticking with the likes of McFred and Slabo and all those guys, it was a big mistake by him. But now he surely realises his mistakes, and hopefully he's not going to make the same mistakes. Daryl says Rabiot is shite. Yeah, I mean, well, I wouldn't say he's shy. I personally think he's good, but he's not great. He's not great. Okay, look at this, guys. We've got a new piece of information just come in here. Man United have reached an agreement with Juventus. There it is, folks. It has come in, actually. Man, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this, folks. Let me get this up on screen. So, yeah, interesting. I mean, look, it's a decent signing, folks. It's not a great signing, though, but it's a decent signing. We talked about the potential for it giving us extra depth and better quality compared to the likes of Shotty McTominay, and I think it's decent. But look, we've got another update that's just come through here 5 minutes ago that says Man United have reached an agreement with Juventus regarding Adrian Rabiot for initial 15 million. Discussions are at an early stage regarding personal terms. Eric Ten Hag still retains hope of Frankie de Jong. This is via Jamie Jackson and Fabrizio Romano. So it does look like, yep, there is an agreement in place for Rabiot. So, yeah, there you go, guys. I mean, I just sort of feel a bit underwhelmed because it is just another decent sort of squad player. It's a bit of a panic buy, but as long as we do get Frankie de Jong as well, I'll be happy that we signed him. If this guy's coming in instead of Frankie de Jong, then it's an absolute disgrace, to be fair. But as long as he's coming in as well as Frankie de Jong or as well as another top quality marquee midfield signing, then I'd say it's not too bad. Pathetic panic buy, says Mark Harris. Well, let's find out. Are you guys happy with the Rabiot deal? If we could get this Rabiot guy done for 50 mil, yes or no? I mean, I honestly do think, yeah, I do think it's a decent signing because we've got shit in midfield at the moment, guys. Come on, our midfield is worse than shit. We've got the likes of Shotty McTominay in there, Fred as well, Donny van der Bleek. I still think he'll be decent this season, but crikey, he hasn't done jack all yet, has he? We need some bodies in there, folks. We need some decent players. Rabiot is a decent player. He's not a great player. He's a decent player. There's a reason Juventus don't want to keep him around. There's a reason they've got Paul Pogba on a free transfer. Crikey, if they're preferring the likes of Paul Pogba over him, he must be shite. But in all fairness, no, he's a decent option. He can't be any worse than Shotty McTominay, can he? Big Red says, yeah. No, says Tad Bakes. F. Rabiot says Daryl. Yes, says supports goals. Anyone but McFred. Where does Rabiot play? I'm not sure. He's a central midfielder. Yeah, he plays in central midfield. He's literally a CM. He played a little bit. He played a few games at CDM, but most of his games are just in central midfield. So, you know, passing it around, hopefully getting us going and being able to retain the ball a lot better. Essentially replacing Scott McTominay, you know, maybe being a bit box to box, but also he can just sit and pass it around if you need him to. So, yeah, I mean, he's not somebody who gets you a lot of goals or assists. I think he scored 2 goals last season. Let's have a look at his stats again real quick, just to see, you know, sort of how he stacks up. But he's look, again, we'll go over it again, guys. He's not an amazing player. There's a reason Juve are getting rid of him and they're not keeping him around. But he got 2 assists last season, no goals, 32 appearances in Serie A. Doesn't sound great, does it? But he's playing in the central mid. He's basically just sitting there, popping things around, passing things around. And the season before, 34 appearances in Serie A, 4 goals, 1 assist. You know, that gives you the idea. I mean, he's somebody who could be an alternative to what maybe we're looking Frankie de Jong to do. However, Frankie de Jong is not guaranteed, but as long as we get this guy in as well as Frankie de Jong, then it makes sense to bring him in. But it doesn't really make sense bringing him in instead of Frankie de Jong, does it? Because he's just not as good. Big Red says it's called pressure on the first team players because United don't have enough competition. Spot on as well, yeah. United winning the league with Rabiot signing. Griffiths says, genuine question, why does all bad transfers happen so fast and all good transfers happen so slow? Oh, Griffo, you're so right, isn't it? It's because I think a lot of these clubs cannot believe their luck that somebody's actually coming for a bid for them. And some of these players can't believe their luck that another team's going for them as well when they're not wanted by the current club. So I think that's why it happens, Griffo. You know? Whereas these other big transfer deals, it's like sometimes the clubs don't really want to sell that player or they want to get top dollar for that player. And so, you know, these where these protracted negotiations take place. But I feel it's a good point. Pepsi Gardenia says Rabiot plus CR plus Bruno equals telenovela drama. Says Pepsi Gardenia, yeah, maybe so. Whip says it's too late now. The season started. We're already worse than Brighton. Relegation incoming, crikey, lad. Right, well, I don't know about that, bud. I mean, we still got a few more weeks left where we can sign quality players. We have had a nightmare this season, mate. Listen, we've had a nightmare this transfer window. We haven't signed anywhere near the players we needed to. We still haven't got Frankie in. And look, Chelsea now, they've got firm interest in this guy as well. So Chelsea are absolutely interested in bringing de Jong in. Those are the latest reports, as we've heard that, you know, Chelsea are pushing hard indications that they may pay a fee plus salary debt if formalised interest. So if they're really looking to formalise that interest and they're prepared to do that, they probably would get him ahead of us, just because it makes more financial sense for Barcelona to do that if a team like Chelsea were going to help clear that debt that they owe him. But I still find it unbelievable, this piece of info, guys, about Barcelona telling Frankie de Jong that they have evidence of criminality around the contract given by the old board, plus cause for legal action versus all involved. FC Barcelona asked him to annul deal and revert to previous terms. I mean, it's absolutely joke-worthy, my friends. Absolutely joke-worthy. So, quite hard to believe, but the situation there still is the same then. Frankie's being pushed out the door. They're trying every dirty tactic in the book to make him feel unwanted, to make him maybe be prepared to walk for less money, to even, you know, I guess if he really doesn't want to go, try and force him into staying for less money. I don't know really what they're trying to do, but it does look like they're trying some dodgy tactics in order to try and make it so that the amount of money that they owe him is less, and maybe to convince him to go for a little bit less money, to maybe waive the amount of money that they owe him. I think it's got to the stage that Frankie's publicly just saying, yeah, he wants to stay, but that's because he wants to stay and get his money. Barca, we all know publicly and behind closed doors that they definitely want to get him out because he's on huge money and they've got to register players. They've already accepted fees from other clubs as well, like Manchester United, so they're definitely interested in selling him. So from Frankie's point of view, it's a similar case really of what's been going on. He's just waiting out to get paid. Barca are prepared to wait it out also to save as much money as they can on this whole debacle. They owe him a bit of cash. If a club's prepared to just sweeten the deal a little bit and help out, then they'll go with that. So Barca are prepared to play the long waiting game on this one, and they're an absolute disgrace. Let's get some shithouse emojis in the live chat. A piece of poo in the house emoji, please, from everyone for Barcelona, because they are proper shit houses, guys. I think we should also change the name of the Camp Nou to the Camp Poo from now on, because it's an absolute freaking disgrace how they operate. But yeah, not very good, is it? So Rabiot is McTominay's replacement. That's what I think as well, Mark Nurse. Slabiot says Griffo Chaz. Camp Sue says Griffo Chaz. There you go, man. Man United will sign De Jong today. Save this, as Agrippa Chinhara. Oh, okay then, Agrippa Chinhara, my son. Well, you never know. Maybe so. This is also going to add a little bit of pressure on Barcelona themselves. So if Man United do sign another midfielder, it just takes a little bit of the pressure off. They sort of think they've got us completely bent over a barrel for De Jong, where we're desperate to do business with him and we're prepared to wait all summer and all this kind of stuff. Well, maybe we're just getting a little bit pissed off, and with the season already starting and the vulnerabilities we've got in midfield, we need to start looking at bringing other players in. Okay, so yeah, there is a feeling that we can still get the De Jong deal done, though. It just depends on what the shithousery of Barca and what they're prepared to do. Thank you, Vutinator. Thank you, Kate Cadet. Yeah, absolutely. Green and gold until the club is sold. Absolutely, Vuti lad. So De Jong is still on, but it's also still possibly not. You know, it's pretty ridiculous. Also, we've got a report here that claims that Spanish radio. Where has it gone? Where is my information? That's not the one. Okay, I don't know what I've done with the image, but it's Colin Miller anyway on Twitter reporting that. Just reporting that incredible Spanish radio claiming that Barcelona jointly set up a holdings company to which it paid 150 million euros of its own money to buy its own assets to inflate value of sale. La Liga rejected it as not new money. Barca must now pay 37.5 million euros tax on this payment. You fucking what? I mean, these guys are a bunch of dirty shithouse bastards, aren't they? This is the case. So there's reports on Spanish radio claiming that Barcelona jointly set up a holdings company to which it paid 150 million euros of its own money to buy its own assets to inflate value of sale. I mean, this is unbelievable. So essentially, I don't know what that. I think what essentially that means, right, guys, is like, you know, if you were looking to buy a house and you need to prove you've got earnings to be able to get a mortgage, it's basically like just like putting your own money through as fake, as fake earnings. You know, like your savings through as fake earnings again and paying tax on it or something. I don't know, in order to like make it seem like you're actually earning more than you are, so you can get a bigger mortgage or something like that. You know, so I don't really know what they're up to, but they're definitely up to some backhanded, filthy nonsense stuff over at Barcelona, aren't they, guys? So that is a report as well that we saw. Pretty unbelievable. Barcelona are a disgrace to deal with, and they'll probably be a disgrace to deal with for the rest of the transfer window. Right then. Also, yep. So Di Marzio is reporting that Manchester United insist on signing Marco Arnautovic, and you know, that he is a player that we're seriously looking to bring in, and that Ten Hag wants him. Again, I suppose if he's an addition to the squad and Ronaldo stays and is still the number one guy, then it's not a bad guy to have around just in case, you know, Ronaldo's got a hip flexor issue after a game off, or we need to rotate and Ronaldo's not up for playing some farmer game in the Europa League or whatever it is. Then yeah, it makes sense to have another striker in there. You can't rely on Tony, he's a bit injury prone, Rashford's Gashford, etc. We do need somebody to just come in and help out a little bit. Another sort of Odion and Garlo type vibe. But he doesn't inspire me. But if Ronaldo goes and we're stuck with Marco Arnautovic, it's an absolute shambles. But that is the latest reports that United are still very much interested in bringing Marco Arnautovic in. Hey, what's going on there, Sarvulon? Thank you for being a member of the channel for nearly 2 years. Let's get a hashtag 23 in there for Sarvulon. G'day from down under. Says Mafia or Barcelona? I think Mafia Lona. Mafia Lona, to be honest with you, Sar. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? They, yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on there. They're a very dodgy dealing club, aren't they? Thank you so much, Sarvulon, for being a member of this channel for 23 months. Let's get a hashtag 23 in there for Sar. Really appreciate that. Great to have you in here today. Crikey, it must be late over there, eh? Glazers out, says Playmaker. Various corporations aren't dodgy. It's called business. It's a dodgy world. Tell us something new. Okay, Stefano Antonio. Tell you something new. Right, okay. Rabiot is French for bang average. No, I'm joking. But he's a decent signing. 23, says the K Cadet. Greedy Loner, says VBN. They are, aren't they? Michael says, waste 15 million euros on Arnautovic. Why not put that towards Sesko? Spot on. This club is rotten to the core, yet no ambition whatsoever. They don't want to spend the money, do they? They don't want to spend the money. We just want to cop out and shop around in the bargain bin, lads. That is exactly what's going on. Hang on, we got another update that's come through here. So Samuel Luckhurst reporting that Manchester United's agreement in principle for Adrian Rabiot is worth £15 million, rising to 20 million as well. And also, what's this also? Oh, Fabrizio Romano's given us a Benjamin Sesko update. Thank you, Rushmano, for sending this through. Fabrizio Romano just tweeted out and said that RB Salzburg are very clear again. There's no intention to sell Benjamin Sesko this summer. The only way is to find an agreement for summer 2023, as revealed yesterday. So, yeah, that's pretty clear as well. Doesn't look like RB Salzburg are prepared to sell him for anything less than a significant amount of money. Significant amount of money. So, okay. But also, hang on. Yes, that's the only way. They want to fund an agreement. Salzburg insist on the position, no intention to sell, despite interest from top English clubs. Yeah, they want to sell him in 2023, guys. But if there's a decent amount of money offered, then it could change their minds. But right now, that's the case. Okay, so, yeah, good updates there, guys. Good updates there. We got some good information come out today. Just to go back through quickly what we discussed in this video, we'll give a quick rundown of what we discussed, and then we'll get into a big Q&A, folks. But, so if you're just joining us, firstly, smash that like button, drop a thumbs up on this video, give it a share as well. I've pinned the tweet to the top of the live chat, so if you want to help us out, spread the word around and get a few more eyes on the stream and help us out, you can go there and retweet the show. It's thank you to the 6 people that have already retweeted it. If you do it as well, I'll give you a shout out and give you a follow back if I'm not. Kane, thank you for retweeting, and Tap Fuma, Audio Mark, Transfers MUFC, United, aka Rushmano, Stephen Braun, and Liam Ward. Thank you, legends, for giving it a retweet on Twitter. Really appreciate that. Get in there. And right, so quick rundown. Oh, hey, it's Berber, you legend. What's going on, Berber? How you doing, you handsome bastard? He says, oh, he's been a member for 32 months for a start, mate. One of the longest members, the most longest suffering viewers of this channel. Mr. Berber, one of the longest legendary mods as well. Hey, First Class Gamer, what's going on as well, dude? Berber, mate, he's been a member for 32 months. Guys, that is actually mad, isn't it? So I've got to get a new 3-year badge made for legends like Berber very soon. You're an absolute don, Berber. Thank you so much for supporting this channel for 3 damn years, pretty much. Everybody, please get your favourite love heart emoji or something in there for Berber. 32 months a legend this guy is. And shout out to his gaming channel as well, Gaming Simp, because he's nearly at, I think he's nearly at 1,000 subscribers, guys. Go and check out the Gaming Simp. He's an absolute top lad. Berber, thank you so much. Thank you so much. He says, joke of a club. Rabiot is everything we don't need. Also, Rashford out. Worst attacker ever. Slabford. Glazers out. Oh, Berber, great coming in here hot. Thank you so much, Berberland. He's coming in here hot. So, yeah, I mean, look, Rabiot, in my opinion, he's a better option than Shotty McTominay. So I think if you're going to sell Shotty and get Rabiot, and he's a replacement for Rabiot, if he's a replacement for Scotty, I say it's a decent signing. But if this guy's coming in to replace De Jong, then it's fucking awful, isn't it? It's an awful piece of business. There's a reason Juve want to ship him out and not prepared to keep him, and they went and got Pogba. So I think it's got to be said that, yeah, this is a panic buy, just in case we don't get De Jong, and if he's a replacement for De Jong or an alternative to De Jong, it's an absolute disgrace. But if he's just there to literally make up the numbers and come in and replace McTominay, essentially, then I'm okay with it. I think it's a decent addition to the squad, as long as we do get Frankie De Jong. So I've got a slightly different view, but I mean, it isn't a very inspiring signing. It's a bargain basement panic buy signing. That's what it is, the bargain bin. Oh, First Class Gamer has been a member of the channel for 24 months, 2 years. Let's get a cheeky little 2 and a sue in there for First Class Gamer. He's another great legend, long-time legend of this channel, who's also got a great gaming channel as well. Check out First Class Gamer, man. Thank you so much for getting in, lad. He says, morning, bro. Mate, thank you very much for getting in and saying morning. Let's get a cheeky little sue in there for First Class Gamer. 2 years a member of this channel. That is incredible. 2 years a legend as well. Thank you very, very much, mate. And longer, really, because we only, yeah, much longer, really, you guys have been watching this channel for, I think. Yes, Mark, great to see you, absolute Don. Hope you're keeping well. What's your thoughts on Arsenal holders right now, then? They had a decent start the other night. Look, United have just started the season really, really, really gashly, and I just can't really see us, I don't know, unless we sign some really good players, I think it's going to be a bit of a difficult season. Sir Paul Scholesy has become a member of the channel again, man. What's going on, mate? He's become a member of the Bacon Brigade. Everyone, Get your favourite channel member emoji in there to welcome in Mr. Paul Scholesy, Sir Paul Scholesy, to the channel membership once again. Thank you so much, Mr. Scholes. Really appreciate that. What a legend. Thank you, First Class. Got some Phil Joneses in there for you, lad. Nice. Okay, so just a quick rundown on what we discussed in this vid, guys. We're working on Rabiot. Reports have just come out as well that Manchester United have actually agreed a fee, and Man United reached an agreement with Juventus regarding Adrian Rabiot for an initial 15 million, rising to 20. Personal terms need to be agreed, of course. It's thought to be high up on the list for who we're looking to bring in. If we do get him, I think it's a decent addition, but only if we get Jong. So we're working on him. Also, Barcelona are trying to weasel their way out of paying Frankie de Jong all of his money. They suggest that there's evidence of criminality around contract given by old board, plus cause for legal action versus all involved. Barcelona asked him to annul deal and revert to previous terms. So, you know, they're up to their old tricks, aren't they? Frankie de Jong's preference is to stay at Barca. It's all hush-hush. They want him out, etc. If he goes, no decision yet on club. Man United pursuing deal since agreeing the fee. Chelsea also pushing hard. Indications are they pay fee plus salary debt if they formalise the interest. That's the same one. Chelsea have a firm interest in de Jong, while they're yet to submit a formal bid. They're prepared to fund a transfer and cover the salary debt. They have an advantage over Man United via Champions League, although it's thought that alone won't determine his destination. I still think he'd want to go to Man United. If the money was the same, I still think he'd want to go to Man United, because we could be in the Champions League soon. I mean, I don't know, if we'd have won that first game, it would have been a lot better, wouldn't it? After that shithouse performance, I'm not so sure. But I don't know, guys. I mean, let's have a vote in the live chat. Do you think Frankie de Jong would rather go to Chelsea? Let's say the money was the same. Would he rather go to Chelsea, where there's Champions League football, playing for Tuchel, where they're probably more likely to finish higher, I guess, and have Champions League football? Or would he rather go and play for Ten Hag again at Manchester United? What do you think, guys? United or Chelsea? Rushy says we've got 169 likes. Thank you, everyone, for hitting that thumbs up button. We're on our way to 200 likes. Please smack that thumbs up button and get us to 200 likes if you have not done so. It's free. If we sign Rabiot come the January transfer window, he will be sold to Newcastle half the price, says Thugger. Chelsea, no doubt, says Thugger. Who the hell would want to join us, says Thugger. I mean, it is a bit of a bad time at the moment, yeah. But we've got the Ten Hag factor. That is important. United, says Agrippa. Gigs in court today, says Matthew Smith. Rushy says, no way Frankie hasn't given his word to Ten Hag. Yeah, I guess. But look, money is also a factor. What if Chelsea were just prepared to pay a lot more? I think he would rather come to United with Ten Hag, just need to pay his wages. Yeah, that's what I think, really. As long as the deals are similar, then I think that he probably would rather play for Ten Hag. But if Chelsea were like going, hey, look, we're going to give you 100k a week more. I'm not saying they will do that, but let's just say they did. Then I'm pretty sure he would go to Chelsea. Chelsea says Philip Chapman. United says Duncan. Chelsea says Madhouse. Chelsea, his wife would prefer London, says Pepsi. Rent Boy says Mark Egan. I agree with Rushy, says Mark Nurse. Nobody talking about the goal that Rashford wasted. Oh, loads of people, David Ainer, mate. He was fucking shocking, mate. He missed a couple of sitters. Money, 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 money. Indeed. Okay, so we're going to get into the live chat now, folks, for a bit of a Q&A. That's pretty much the latest news. Rabiot news from Manchester United there today. Pretty gashtastic. Also, Arnautovic is still on the agenda as well. Frankie de Jong is still no closer, really, to sort of coming to Manchester United. It's pretty shite, guys. Ronaldo's still a possibility for leaving, I guess. And we are looking awful as a team. We've got the Slabo as our captain. We've got McFred in the centre of the park. Ten Hag hopefully drops them, learns from his mistakes that he made. And we signed some good players between now and the end of the transfer window. But right now, well, we're a bit of a gash team. We need some new players. Right, let's get into the live chat for a few minutes, guys. See what you guys are saying. Once again, drop that thumbs up button. We're nearly at the 200. Hit the like on it. Hit the subscribe. You only need to be subscribed for 1 minute, or I think it's even 0 minutes, actually. Yeah, 0 minutes to get yourself in the chat and have your say. So hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe and have your say, dudes. Nobody talking about the goal that Rashford... Oh, sorry, I read that, didn't I? Hang on, let me give this a refresh. Hey, what's going on, Haroli lad? He says, hey, Pigger, mate, sad day for you guys yesterday, but on the bright side, 61.6k subs, you're flying. Thank you, Haroli, dude. I really appreciate that, dude. 61.6k, baby. Break out the red panties. It's red panty night. You're right about that, Haroli. Thank you, bro. If only I didn't feel like actually death warmed up, but, you know, I'm not doing too badly. Thank you very much, already. You're a bloody legend. Thanks to legends like you who tuned in. Bucky Badass says, I was the 100th like. Thank you very much, Bucky Badass, for hitting that thumbs up. Danny Tomlin says he's going to Chelsea. The project is so much better than ours, unfortunately. Well, Champions League football is a big factor for a lot of these players. Hey, Fat Chinese Gaming, what's going on, bud? I hope you're good today. Thank you for the bear emoji. Big Red said, yesterday Eric Ten Hag doesn't like losing, was showing the whole world what we really need. Yeah, okay, maybe so, maybe so. FCG says, what is the starting lineup doing at the bottom, Piggy? Oh, yeah. Why am I reminding myself of that shite? Thank you very much, FCG, for reminding me. I forgot to update that, bud. I forgot to update that. Let me take that off, guys, because that's depressing. Oh, man. I need to update these guys. Eric Ten Hag has begun work at Manchester United, yeah? De Jong and Timber. Oh, fucking hell, guys. Sorry, these are really old. I'm having a mare with those. What the fuck? Why don't I just update those? Anyway. Right, so I need to update those, guys. Thank you for thank you for highlighting that there, FCG lad. If I would go for Chelsea for the money, I don't want him to support goals. Brocky says, why not go for Andrea Bellotti on a free instead of spending money on a 33-year-old? Don't know, Brocky. I don't know. There's decent options available, isn't there? I agree. Or even just putting a bit more money towards, like, you know, we could get a couple of decent players. You know, Yuri's like 40 mil apparently. And Sesko's wouldn't be a huge amount. These are good players for years to come. Not just short-term sort of deals either. Brighton fans in the house, says Haroli. Yeah, that's it. That's it. FCG in the gaff. Can we swap Rashford for a 6-pack of Diet Coke, says Emmett Hayes? Make it full fat Coke, mate. Come on, make it the full sugar. We need the sugar, bro. We are club in decline. That's why we cannot sign decent players as Golden Merlin. Sadly, it's true. We're in the Europa League and we've got bad sort of owners and a bad state at the moment of the club. So you're absolutely right. It is a bit of a challenge. Scott Berg says, Eric 10-inch. Yeah. Pig, I'm still hoping Sir Jim Ratcliffe buys the club. Maybe if we did get relegated, they would sell. Yeah, I mean, Andy, I certainly don't want United to get relegated. But maybe if they did and they did sell, then it would be worth it. But that's a big if. But yeah, I mean, look, hopefully they're just prepared to sell the guy to sell to the guy or sell to anybody who wants to actually have a go at making this club great again. Ten Hag must have some assurance from De Jong. Surely it's been 3 months as Agrippa Chinhara. We'd think, yeah, we wouldn't be going down this line all this time if we didn't. I agree. But there's still a chance Chelsea could come in and turn his head. 0793 says, I wouldn't trust Man United to arrange a piss up in a brewery. What's going on there, 0793? No, that's fair. That is fair, bud, yeah. We are not the best at the moment when it comes to organising anything. Ben Yedder's an interesting shout, 420 Crusaders as well. Yeah, absolute sweat rat. Get him in there. Mark Egan says, buy Neves and Tiedemann. Stu G says, I like Rabiot. He could get better under Ten Hag. Swap Rashford for that Brazilian kid from Fulham, Pereira. He's electric. Yeah, he did look good the other day, mate. Should get Griezmann on loan, says ooh. Rabiot and Arnautovic feels like the signings Liverpool made when they signed the likes of Downing and Ricky Lambert. It does, mate. It really does. Oh, it does. FC Gwyn Maguire's helping everyone except United, says Aroni. That's about right. I'd rather have Ivan Toney, to be fair, Dutch Christ, as well. I'm with you, bud. Rabiot's mum was the reason he quit PSG. She's more toxic than the Tilly departed Riolo. Wow, yeah, well, she seems it. From what we've heard, apparently, you know, on MEN, they're calling her a Batalanx. Imagine United sorting out your stag do, says Big Red. Oh, that'd be the worst stag do ever, wouldn't it? It'd just be Harry Maguire pole dancing while the Glazers just fucking made it rain with money. It'd be horrible. That's why Harry Maguire's loved by other 19 teams. Says, you see what I mean? We got fucking Brighton fans coming in here. We got Tottenham fans coming in here. We got all sorts of fans coming in here laughing at our captain, guys. That's the state of affairs here, guys. And they don't even mean to do it. They're just having a bit of banter. But that's what it is. They're too easy targets, these guys, because they're shy. That just goes to show you the lack of quality we got here. It pisses me off, mate. People coming in here, and our fucking captain's a meme. Our captain's a fucking meme, guys. It's unbelievable, isn't it? What has happened? God almighty, imagine coming in here back in the day talking about Roy Keane and wouldn't be able to say a dicky bird about it because he's one of the greatest captains of all time. Now, we've got a fucking human breeze block as our captain, mate. Oh, what's going on there, Fabio? How you doing? Pole dancing Maguire would be more used, to be fair, says Chris Cook. Oh, man. Oh, dear. Right, yep, okay. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do now, we're going to end the video. But before we do, Timo Werner's joined RB Leipzig, confirmed. Clubs agree on a permanent deal today. Chelsea receive a transfer fee of 30 million euros. Piss off, Chelsea. Bonus included. Guarantee is 20 million euros. The 26-year-old striker going to fly to Germany today. You know what? We could have done a lot worse than Timo Werner even. You know, we really could have done a lot worse than Timo Werner. He's just gone for 26 million euros. We could have done a lot worse than that. Even though, look, Timo had a shit season last season and it's been gashed since he's come into the Premier League, we still could have done a lot worse. Right. Also, even as a neutral, it's mind-boggling how far United have dropped since Fergie retired. Very sad, to be fair. Oh, Fabio, I know. Yep, Rabiot coming in. I have no idea. It's just an absolute mess up. Oh, no worries, Chris Koo. Please watch it back, dude. Pigo, about time. Shoe was on the other foot. Well, okay, fair enough. I mean, Man United definitely have had a good, successful period for many years. Under Sir Alex Ferguson, we were due a little bit of a cold period, but this is something else. Guys, we're going to wrap this video up then. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning into the show today. Just a little afternoon update. We'll be back on later with more United news and latest goings on. Make sure you do us a big favour. Let's see if we can get this video to 200 likes. Drop that like on the video before you go on your way out as well. If you're new to the show, drop a subscribe and click the little bell icon so you get notified when we post and go live. You can also put an exclamation mark Discord in the live chat. It should pop a link up to the Discord. You can join the Discord so you don't miss notifications and things like that. Thank you, FCG. Thank you, Haroli. Scott Berg, Fed Spotter Barry, Mark Nurse, thank you, Rush Marley, you've done as well. Brocky, Fabio got this, J King, Heath Edwards, cheers, Harodi, cheers everyone for joining. Just a little update there for you guys. We'll be back with all the latest goings on with United, so make sure you're locked and loaded with the subscribe button smashed and the bell icon pressed so you get the notifications when we go live. Follow us on the social media channels as well at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch. And also the website is unitedflyinghigh.com or flyingpigunited.com. Go and check it out, guys. And thank you for watching. That's it. Pepsi Gardenia, Mark Nurse, Superstar, Scotty Berg, Chris Koo, The Vootinator, 0793. Thank you to all the channel members in green there. Thank you to all the moderators in blue for keeping the chat safe as well. And everybody else for watching and getting your thoughts and opinions in. Thank you so much for chatting, guys. Stu G. Chod as well. Stu, nice one for watching. And everyone, have a great day. Enjoy your afternoon, folks. Enjoy the weather. It's pretty beautiful down here on the south coast. Don't know about where you guys are at, but it's fucking lush. So enjoy. The only thing we're not enjoying is Man United's start to the season, our awful team that we've currently got, and also the awful recruitment that we've done so far. It's an absolute joke. We need to make some wholesale changes, wholesale signings in this summer, get a few of these rotter players out and get some new talent in 100%. And not just any bargain bin, bargain basement talent. I mean some proper quality talent here, guys. Jew of God, our Kings, Dutch Christ, Footy, and everyone else, have a great day. That's it from me. And remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, as this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much. K Cadet with a super chat, lad. With a real Slim Shabby, please stand up. Oh, I messed it up. With a real Slab Shady, please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. With a real Slim Slabby, please stand up. Please stand up. Thank you, Cake Cadet, for the super chat, mate. Have a great day, bud. Much love to you. Let's get a Sue in there for cake. Bye, guys.